Hey, yeah, hello, good afternoon, everyone. As we discussed in the last section about the fuels, types of fuels, Unit 1, solid fuel, liquid fuel, gaseous fuel. We are already discussed about these all fuels. Now we are discussing about the layouts of the power plants. Different types of layouts of the power plants are there. Like for example, steam power plant, hydel power plant, nuclear power plant. These are the different types of power plants are there. How we are generating the power energy from the power plant. That is the main concept. So shall we start now? Yeah, this is the lecture of the your third. Now here seeing in steam power plant. With the help of steam we are generating the power to the generator, and then generator produce the energy of the power, and it goes to the three phase transmission tower. Then after the three phase power transmission, the power will goes to the power will goes to the our electrical department. Then convert the power will goes to the inverter. Then inverter is convert to the alternate current. Then alternate is currents is comes to our house or wherever where we go. Okay, but here we are considering how the steam energy is converted to the electrical energy, and the steam energy. With the help of steam energy, how we are conducting the and how we are producing the electrical energy. Here in that steam power plant we are using the air and cold water. These two things we are using with the and the extra one is coal storage, coal storage, coal handling, ash storage or ash handling. These are the storage sections there. Air we are inserting in that layout, and cold water we are inserting with the help of pumps. We are passing the condenser of cold water. That cold water goes to the again with the help of pump, low pressure heater. Then feed pump is there. Then after that same high pressure heater is there. Here the level of the pressure of the water, it's become a high. Then economizer is there. After the economizer, boiler is there. In that the boiler, the hot air will go, hot air will comes from the other side, and then the superheated steam will be become. Then superheated steam will be goes to the turbine. Then the turbine, whatever the superheated steam is there, then steam is goes to the generator, and the generator is produce the energy. That energy called as power energy. What we call as that energy? Power energy. That energy is goes to the three phase power transmission tower. And what are the remaining steam will be there, that goes to the condenser. Then again the process will goes on. This is called a cyclic process. Next one is hydel power plant. Hydel power plant is there is no proper direction like horizontal or vertical. That is hydel power plant is a inclined direction. In that inclined direction we are generating the power. But in the hydel power plant there is a transformer room is there. In the transformer room we are controlling the fluctuation of the level of the water. In that hydel power plant, here we are using water, and that the water from the, we can say that the water is from the sea we are using the water. And then the water level, if the water level goes to the high, the turbine will move. If that water is passing to the turbine, then the turbine will move, run faster. if the water level goes to the high. So that is the fluctuation of the level of the water and the mechanical components of the speed. So we have to take care of all this thing. In that control room is there, transformer, and we are setting up the layout also, and how much we have to generate the energy from the generator, and to produce and then produce the power transmission. These are the structure of the hydel power plant. Here the penstocks is there. These are the two supporters are there, two penstocks, and the surge tank is there, and inlet valves is there. After the passing from the turbine water, the inlet valves are there. That controlling of the valve, we are passing the water to the support to the penstock, and then the gate is there. That gate will be open. If the level of the water will more, we can consider, or we can put up the gate to reduce or to balance the water level. Next one is diesel power plant. Layout of diesel power plant. Here the same concept is there. As we know, the diesel engine is there for, just we think here we are considering the 4-stroke diesel engine. Just for example, I am considering the 4-stroke diesel engine. 4-stroke diesel engine. Here the 4-stroke diesel engine, just I am considering. Here we are supplying the outside of the fuel. That fuel with the help of pump or filter, the fuel that goes to the diesel engine. From the head of the diesel engine, we are injecting the fuel in that combustion chamber or compression stroke, and other side we are giving the air also. These two mixture of these things, the compression stroke will be done, and then expansion will be done also. Then the last one is exhaust gas. Whatever the burn gas is there in that cylinder, that will goes to the exhaust outside of the cylinder in by the help of exhaust gas, exhaust valve, and then silencer. Then it goes to the atmosphere. Here to how to how here we are generating the power, where in the diesel engine we are with the mechanical components we are generating the power. That power is to that energy is transferred to the generator. That generator is producing the power. Diesel engines produce the mechanical components. Diesel engine produce the energy. That energy is transforming from mechanical to electrical generator, and then generator produce the power energy. And next one is in this part, diesel engine become a very hot. How to control the temperature of the diesel engine? So we are taking about these things by the help of lubricant oil. We are passing the lubricant oil one side, then it's a hot, and the that's cold, and that lubricant oil goes to the diesel engine. Then it's become a hot, and then it's come from the oil cooler. Then oil cooler is the exchanging of the heat energy from the condenser. The water comes from the oil cooler, then water is cool. That the water is transfer the cooling energy to the hot lubricant oil. Then again the lubricant oil become a cool lubricant oil, and then it comes back to the lubricant tank. This is your layout of the diesel power plant. The fourth one is magneto-hydrodynamic generator. In that magneto-hydrodynamic generator, we are generating the same power energy. Here we are using the gas. The gas is passing through the cooler, and then it become a cool gas. That cool gas goes to the compressor, and then again the gas will become again the gas will compress. That's why the high pressure of the gas is generated to the and we are supplying that combustion chamber. That again the gas is hot ionized gas. That hot ionized gas we are passing through the electromagnet to the generator. That's why the generator is producing the DC direct current, and then inverter. After that, three phase alternate current will be supplied to the requirement place. Okay, this is the magneto-hydrodynamic generator. The short form of the magneto-hydrodynamic generator is MHD. This is one nuclear power plant. Constraint shielding. Just we have to know the layout of structure of this all power plants. After that we will discuss the how it is work in that theory section also. Here the thermal shielding is there. In that thermal shielding we are using that coolant. As you know, the in that our automobile radiator is there. In that radiator we are using the coolant. The coolant for the main purpose is to control the and to reduce the heat energy from the cylinder or from the engine side, and to control the heat energy, and it become cool. That's why we are using in that radiator in that automobile sector. Like this, here we are using the thermal shielding. In that thermal shielding, here also coolant is there. Okay. After that, the steam generator is there. Here the steam generator, we are producing the steam energy. Then steam energy is produce superheated. That superheated steam goes to the turbine, and that turbines after that whatever the superheated steam is there, it goes to the generator and produce the energy, and whatever the waste steam is there, that goes again the condenser, and then condenser the steam will become water cooled, and then water is goes to the steam generator with the help of feed pump. That water is goes to the steam generator. Here the coolant is come from the other side, that is the hot, and that coolant is transferring the hot energy to the cool water, and then cool water become a superheated steam. Like this the process will be going on. This is a nuclear power plant energy. Next one is open cycle gas turbine. Here the cycle will not be closed. Here we are inserting the in that compressor air, then combustion, then after that turbine. This is the four process is there. Atmospheric air we are inserting in the compressor, and then after that compressed the air atmosphere. Then third one is air fuel mixture. In that combustion chamber air fuel mixture will be there. Then after that burn of air fuel mixture will goes to the turbine, and the turbine after that exhaust gas will be removed from the outlet valves. This is a closed cycle. In that closed cycle heat exchanger we are using. In that open cycle there is no heat exchanger is there. In that closed cycle low pressure working fluid, low temperature. First we are inserting the compressor air is low pressure or low temperature. The air having a low pressure value or low temperature value. After compressed it become a high pressure value. Then after heat exchanger, it become again high pressure and high temperature value. Then in the turbine, that energy will collapse, or it become a low pressure working fluid, and the temperature differences after the turbine is more than compared to the before the turbine. This is called closed turbine cycle. Now we will discuss about the combined cycles: gas turbine, combined gas turbine, and combined closed turbine cycle. Okay, combined gas turbine and steam turbine. It is one gas turbine cycle, and it is one steam turbine cycle. Here we are using these two cycles in that one cycle. Okay, we can say that the one cycle. In that gas turbine cycle, we are inserting the fuel from the combustion. In here, we are inserting the fuel from the combustion, and here we are entering from the air, and then it become a air fuel mixture, and it heated, and then the heated gas will be goes to the turbine, and then produce the energy to the generator. This is your generator. Then remaining waste steam will goes to the fuel side, inlet of fuel. Then with the inlet of fuel, with that waste steam, waste superheated steam, that it comes under in the boiler. Then whatever the steam will be generated, then it goes to the turbine, and the remaining gas will be goes to the atmosphere by the help of by the process of chimney. Then after that, turbines, again here the generator is there, and generator produce the energy, and again whatever the remaining wastage of the steam is there, it goes to the condenser, and then it become a cool, and then cool water by using the pump we are again that transferring to the boiler to transfer the heat energy. Like this the combined cycle will goes on continuously. Okay, the ST steam turbine for the cycle, just we are already discussed about this steam magneto hydrodynamic generator. Here we are seeing a combination of magneto hydrodynamics generator, magneto hydrodynamic cycle, and steam turbine. This is your magneto hydrodynamic cycle is there, and this is your steam turbine cycle is there. These two turbine cycle we are using instead of two different, we are using the combination of cycle to generate more electricity. If the requirement is more compared to the previous one to generate the electricity, as per the standard level, we are involving two types of power transmission cycles to make power to generate the power more or efficiently. Thank you very much for listening my lecture. Make sure to give me the attendance in the comment section. And next next part of the our chapter is the introduction. Unit 1 is steam power plants. So in that steam power plant we will discuss totally about how the steam will be generated with the help of the process, or with the help of the thermal cycle, like Rankine cycle. With the help of the Rankine cycle we can see how we are generating the steam power plant or power energy. Okay, already we saw this cycle just now. Okay, we will discuss about this in the next section. Okay, thank you very much.